Well, there's a perfect example again. It was the return of serve that set Federer up nicely. Ancic did well to get it back to a length, but look at the quality of the forehand pass.
And when that ball is at your feet that low, it's really hard to do much like punching the volley. Ancic just hitting a very defensive volley. Federer had a lovely shot from the Swiss champ. Last night he started off the same way. Good wide serve, pulling his opponent out of the court, opening it up and just using the flick back.
That's exquisite. It's just a joy to watch when Federer's in.
Too good, but he was able to put some pressure on Federer just by staying within himself.
Look at how much top spin Federer was able to generate on that forehand.
30 love.
Well, he gets that racket head well below the ball, comes up on the ball with heavy wrist action.
World. Well, for me, Doug, that's the shot. Look at the change of pace there, the racket head speed that he was able to generate up the back of the ball. It's quite superb.
Well, what makes it so incredible is there's no pace on the volley from Ancic. So Federer generating it all himself with the wrist.
Ancic just overcommitting there. There wasn't much he could do. Federer spotted. In fact, he was right on top of it.
Well, I think he could have made a better decision, and that is to wait. Instead of forcing himself through that half volley, once he sees it's going to be short, you stop and you wait to plant. Instead, he overcommitted. What does he do? The ball's over his head. He can't do anything.
For Kierton of Brazil. Federer, of course, successfully defending his Wimbledon title. Well, it's always a good tactic to use when you're playing against.
Game, Federer.
Federer exposing the Croats' movement or. First of those snuffed out. Now, rather telegraphed the fact that he was going to play the drop shot there. Federer was already on his way up the court.
The movement of Federer like a gazelle and holding his opponent till the last second, then the wrist snap. And when you go cross court, you must.
That's good tennis from both players. Quality now. little tentative early in the rally there, Ancic, not quite putting enough on the forehand, allowing Federer to get around and use his forehand to good effect, keeping an excellent length early on and then changing direction superbly with the backhand, taking Ancic by surprise. The Croat hasn't had his serve broken since the 4th game in the opening set. A little unfortunate, perhaps, Ancic there. Well, that's more like the Federer of the first set. Excellent footwork. Enables him to use his favorite shot from the back of the court.
And you mentioned the first set. We saw Federer doing a lot of this in the first set, going behind the big Croat. 6'5", hard.
Game Federer. 4 change, please. New ball.
Well, that's a little too easy for the world number 1. Got to do a little more than that on the volley if you're going to get the right result in the rally.
13-15.
Ancic took this point for granted. He thought because he had such a good approach, he didn't have to hit a really good volley, and he hit a weak volley, and he paid the price for it. Never take it for granted against Federer.
Well, that's a good response. Excellent footwork again. Desperate to get around and use. Well, again, Federer's been able to find some first serves when he's... It's a good start.
Beautiful second serve. Got Ancic well out of position.
15 love.
Ancic fully extending his 2 hands, and then Federer using the forehand.
Deep of the baseline. Delight for Federer. Relief, probably, because he got in a spot of bother there. Lost the second set.
6-4.
But he moves through to the quarterfinals at the expense of Mario Ancic, who played a good match given the circumstances. Got off to an awful start. Federer was all over him in the opening set, but he hit back strongly in the second. But Federer doing just enough when he needed to most in the 3rd and deciding set. And he will move through to the quarterfinals.